Good morning, y'all. I know y'all like, wait, early in the morning? Yeah, I had an extra long man like yesterday, folks. Uh, First and foremost, this your boy Casey Kingston for Life Wrestling Takes. Here to give you my honest take about last night's AEW Dynamite. I ain't even tweet about the show. Here we go again. Tony Khan is back on his bull jive with his production. Yesterday's episode was very mid. I'm sorry. It was a very mid episode. I don't care. People gonna be mad at me with this take. I don't give a rat's behind. Yesterday's episode was very mid. You had a few things that I came away that was positive, but not too many. A lot of things on this show had absolutely no business being on the show. And yeah, I'm going to go in on this new All-Atlantic Championship, whatever it's called. The title design looked great. I don't have a problem with the title design. The problem is, why? Tony Khan, why, dude? Ain't nobody checking for that championship. We always looking for the trios title. The trios titles made sense. The trios titles is the only titles that made sense. This clown, he must have got a hold of some bad crack. I'm sorry. He must have got a hold of synthetic crack. Somebody must have sent him some synthetic crack, and he snorted it, and he decided, you know what, I'm going to go out here, and this is what I'm going to present. I'm going to present to you this extra lackluster episode after I just had an outstanding week. Unfortunately, with the injuries that took place from last week, even though Rampage and Dynamite was great last week, I'm coming in this week, and I'm about to be extra lackluster. I'm tired of this clown. I'm tired of him fluctuating. This clown does this foolishness way too much, and he gives clowns on here way too much ammo to just take shots at them. I don't even got to talk about certain clowns because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. They just sit up here, just make diss videos against AEW and want AEW to die. But I'm like this, when Tony Khan does goofy stuff like this kind of gives them the right ammo to go in on. Lackluster like a mug. This episode was very mid. This was not a good episode. I don't care. People gonna sit up and say this is a great. No, this was not. This was not. I watched this episode and I walked away from like, I'm like, come on, Tony. You could have done a whole lot better. The name of the game, man, is to keep cats interested, man. Not to have cats just say, what the heck am I watching? I told y'all we gotta keep it a buck with AEW. I know a lot of us want AEW to do great. We want AEW to be off the chain all the time. But when the clown run the joint, when he run the show and he continues to put stuff out like this, and you thinking like, oh man, like fool, we got 2 weeks away from this Forbidden Door show. Now, certain things that happen on the show, yes, I'm somewhat excited, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm like, come on, Tony Khan. Come on, man. Quit snorting that cocaine, because that cocaine ain't good for you, man. You think it's good for you, but it's not. So, we open up the show, and this is what takes place. We have the interim world title eliminator Casino Battle Royale. Now, these are the following contenders that took place in this matchup. You had Darby Allin, Tony Nese, Lance Archer, Eddie Kingston, Daniel Garcia, Colton Gunn, Austin Gunn, Max Caster, Ray Phoenix, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Jake Hager, Swerve Strickland, Keith Lee, John Silver, Konosuke Takashita, and Andrade. Now, I personally think the wrong guy won this. The Battle Royale wasn't really that bad. It was actually pretty dope, especially when it came down to the last clowns. Now, the story development that took place, Swerve and their glorious Doug. I just knew something was going to have to transpire. Swerve and their glorious finish. If it's anything that I walk away from this Battle Royal, Swerve and their glory is done. Swerve has shown his true colors. He's no longer babyface. He turned on Keith Lee. He even tweeted, I had to get rid of the dead weight. So now, Keith Lee got to basically do it by himself now because Swerve didn't turn on him. Because obviously the thing was, this is every man for themselves. You know, even though there's a lot of tag teams that was in this thing. It's a whole lot of tag teams was in this thing, but they was in Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City was okay. I think the crowd could have been a little bit better because like they was in the show for a few things, but then some of the show they kind of sitting on their hands and feet or whatever. But like I said, the one thing I could walk away from this battle royal is that we going to have a legit beef between Swerve and Keith. So that Swerve and that Glory stuff is over. So if they were selling T-shirts, they might as well put them T-shirts back in the trash can because it's over. It's a wrap. So like I said, all this stuff was taking place. Like I said, Kyle O'Reilly ended up being the one to win. I wanted Andrade. I think Andrade and now don't get me wrong. The main event was actually a good main event, but I think I would have preferred Andrade to win. That's just my personal take. Kyle O'Reilly ends up winning the whole thing. So that means he has the opportunity to go against Mr. John Moxley to determine who will be facing whoever at Forbidden Door. Because now it seemed like it ain't going to be the other cat. I thought it was going to be the other cat that came out, but now they talk about it's going to be a complete other cat. And this will be determined the interim AEW World Heavyweight Champion. So, like I said, so the Battle Royal actually wasn't that bad. So, like I said, we kind of started the show off hot. I think the wrong cat won. I think, like I said, it should have been Andrade. Yeah, that's that. So, like I said, then we get a promo from Moxley. Moxley said he can't wait to get his hands on whoever the heck he got to go against at New Japan Wrestling. But he got to take care of O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he can't wait to beat the snot out of him tonight in the main event. So then JR says that CM Punk had successful foot surgery. It was his foot. And now it's basically a matter of time of how long. I think they say a foot injury usually is 4 to 6 weeks. But knowing them, they'll probably give him 8 weeks just to make sure he's good to go. So after that, we come back. We have the first qualification match for this new All-Atlantic Championship. Now, everybody in the now when they dropped the commercial, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh snap! I think we're doing it. I think we getting ready to introduce the Trios Championships. Now, the Trios titles are definitely overdue. We need them, especially with Cash just constantly having these 6-man tag team matches just for the heck of it, just to keep having it. I said, no, we need to have these 6-man championships right now. Game is over. It's like it's time to get these Trios titles in. Tony Khan said, nope, I'm about to go ahead and give you this new one. Now, I thought that the TNT title was supposed to be they quote-unquote Intercontinental Championship. This clown decides I'm going to make this title, and it's going to be for people that's all over the world to qualify, and it's going to be a fatal four-way to determine who's going to be the new All-Atlantic Championship. I'm like, Tony Khan, you did not need to do this. You did not need to go this WWE route. This is some straight Vince McMahon booking. You did not need to go the titles that we desperately need in AEW are them doggone Trios titles. We did not need this championship. Ain't no way in the world we need to do. We did not need this, man. And this clown gonna go and do this stupid stuff. So then what's the first matchup? The first matchup is the same beef that they've been beefing forever. Pac versus Matthews. Now, was the match bad? No, the match was great. But this is just stupid to me. This is idiotic. It's a waste of time. Those Trios titles was sitting right there, and Tony Khan said, no, I'm about to give you this unnecessary championship that don't make a lick of sense, that we don't even need right now. Don't need this bull crap. Man, that's what I said. I was like, Tony Khan does great sometime, and then other times he do stuff that just makes absolutely no type of sense. I'm like, bro, what? And I'm like, no, the Trios titles was sitting right there. You could have said, we're going to start the Trios title, and this could have involved clowns from New Japan. You could have involved clowns from New Japan and called that's that right there. Skip this All-Atlantic Championship bullcrap. Skip that. Shoot, you don't need that. Skip that bullcrap. Skip it. Skip that. You could have just said, no, let's go ahead and introduce the new Trios Championships. Then you can involve the clowns from New Japan or whatever you wanted to do. I would have been cool with that. So basically, this was the matchup. So like I said, you had Pac versus Matthews. Then you got All Ego Page, Miro, Penta, Malachi Black. All of them finna face each other to determine who gonna be. And then, like I said, you got clowns coming through for the New Japan stuff. It's stupid. I agree exactly with this. The guy who wrote this article, he is 1,000% correct. The trios titles was sitting right there. You decide to go with this trash. This is stupid. It's very stupid. So Matthews and Pac going at it. Pac and Matthews come out with the House of Black. Everybody come out. They all look cool. And then Pac come out, and then they say they go in there. They doing it. Like I said, the match was fine. It was a good match. Pac ended up winning. He ends up winning pinfall with the Black Arrow. But like I said, you had the trios titles sitting right there. Those is the titles that we need right now. Those are the titles that we need right freaking now. And Tony Khan gonna go and do some bull jive like that. So like I said, they come out. They Penta and Phoenix come out to celebrate. Then the House of Black, they walk out to console Matthews. And obviously it's not over because they looked at them and they said, "You want some more? We can see you again," and all this bull jive and all of this. So then we get a promo from Kingston. Kingston pretty much said, "Hey, since you cost me a world championship shot, I want to see your tail at Rampage. I'll beat the snot out of you," whatever. So cut a decent promo. Even got the camera guy that was right there. He pulled him in with the mic and all this crazy stuff. So that was a decent segment. Decent. Then we get Trent Beretta out here, pretty much sounding like he finna start crying. Talking about the best friends are dead and Romper Vice got screwed and I'm calling out FTR because we really didn't get a proper title shot because we got involved by Will Ospreay's flunkies talking about the two clowns that came through last week and basically beat the bricks off. Now with him naming Will Ospreay, for people who don't know who Will Ospreay is, he's from the New Japan scene or whatever. FTR come out and they say, "You know what? You're absolutely right. You're right. Me and Dax, we are fighting champions." Cass said that. Dax said the same thing. So let's cool. Let's do it again. And as soon as he said that, the music hit. Will Ospreay come running out there. He come to the ring, and then his goons come out the woodwork, and they basically jump everybody in the ring. So Will Ospreay has officially made his AEW debut. This Forbidden Door is kind of sparking up things, so I get it. So I think it's going to come down to, it's probably, I don't know what, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be a six-man tag team match on Rampage or something like that. But, it is what it is, man. Like I said, decent segment. So now, Adam Cole is on commentary for Finley's son, David Finley versus Hangman. Now, we ain't heard from Hangman since he lost the championship to CM Punk. And they go out there, they have a somewhat decent match. I'm like, but why the heck is Finley out here? Why is Adam Cole on commentary? I'm trying to figure out, right? So, they going at it to beat the snot out of each other. Cowboy Poop, this one the crowd kind of got back into it. Cowboy Poop ends up getting the victory. And so then, he said, "Yo, I want to talk. Let me get on the mic right quick." He says, "Listen, I lost the championship to CM Punk, and it's cool and all, but I still feel like I deserve to be a champion. So you know what? I'm calling you out. I want Okada at Forbidden Door." And when he said Okada, everybody in the mama went crazy. And then that's when Adam Cole said, "Hold up, sir. Hold up. Your behind just lost the championship to CM Punk. If anybody gonna fight Okada, it's gonna be me, not you, for the IWPG World Heavyweight Championship. You don't deserve that. I do. So you gonna have to get it moving. You gonna sit on down somewhere, sir. You gonna sit your behind down." And so I don't know where we're going with this. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be a change. And then he even mentioned Jay White. He said, "Who knows? It may not be Okada. It could be Jay White." I don't know where we're going. I have absolutely no idea. So I'm not going to lie. This actually was decent. This part was good. I like this part. This is a good part. Hey, if there's any positives from the show, I'll say that this part was good because it piqued my interest for the doggone Forbidden Door. Like I said, if Tony Khan want to do something right, he'll do something right. If not, This fool just be doing anything and thinking it's gonna be cold. No, it's not. So, like I said, I like this part. This is decent segment. Now let's get back to a downfall. So earlier, Thunder Rosa cuts a promo and she says, "I'm calling anybody out. I said I was gonna be a fighting champion. Anybody want to face me? Come on. I don't give a care." Then out comes Marina Shafir. I said, "Oh no." I was like, "Man, Tony, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to say right now, Thunder Rosa may be your main AEW Women's Champion, but that title as of right now feels like it's the less important title. Jade Cargill's title, the TBS title, to me feels like that's the main event women's title because of the picture, the importance, and everything of how things are being presented. Thunder Rosa's championship title just feels like it's very lackluster. And I thought when the moment she got the championship, Tony Khan said, "All right, let's up the ante with the women's division." Tony Khan decides to go and book this. Marina Shafir walks out. She says that you got a problem and I'm going to be the one. You're going to have to solve this problem tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you right now, Marina Shafir still needs a lot of work. I'm sorry, man. That's not who you put in the ring. That's not what you do, Tony Khan. This is not how you get somebody to be invested in a women's division when you decide to book stupid stuff like this. This is not what you do. We want to give a care about Thunder Rosa. We love Thunder Rosa. I think Thunder Rosa is one of the best. And matter of fact, this matchup, for me, Thunder did everything in her power to make Marina look good. The problem is you can't just have one side actually doing work and the other side, it's not going to work. We are supposed to give a crap about the AEW Women's Championship. This is the main title, correct, Tony Khan? This is the main title. So, after that, we get Tony Schiavone, calls out Wardlow. Wardlow is happy as heck. He's excited to be there. He says this. He says, "I'm here. I got my contract. Now that all this other foolishness is behind me, welcome to Wardlow's world." And he says, "Since I'm the guy right now, hey, CM Punk, the reason I didn't get involved in that battle royal is because it's only one championship I want as of right now. And that's you. So you better heal your behind up and I'll see your tail because I'll be the only one to make you tap. But since I can't do that right now, there's another championship that I want. And that title picture has been completely trashed. It used to be presented as an important title. Not anymore. And he's 1,000% correct. And it's unfortunate that we got the title. It's unfortunate. The moment we get the championship, the title is a complete joke. This is on Tony Khan's helmet. This is what fools in the IWC don't want to talk about. I'm the only one that want to speed life to this situation. And you know what? As much as I like Scorpion Sky, look, you might as well just go ahead, put the title on Wardlow, let Wardlow go on a very good TNT Championship run until CM Punk get back. Then he can challenge for, even with him still being TNT champ, he can challenge CM Punk whenever CM Punk gets back or whatever, because it's going to be him versus whoever Moxley goes against at Forbidden Door, because that's what it's going to come down to. So he said, "I want that championship. I want it." Then Sky come out there. Now obviously Sky's injured. He come out. Ethan Page come out. Dan Lambert come out. They like, "What are you doing? He's an injured man. You're a coward. You already, And he taking off his clothes like he want to get in the ring and all this crazy stuff. So obviously, whenever Scorpion Sky heals up, it's gonna be him versus Wardlow again. And this time, Wardlow won over. It's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Sky's title run has been hot garbage. It's been trash. This has been trash. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat and say that it's been trash. It's been trash, and that's because messing around with Tay and Sammy, old goofy behind, he could have been doing something totally different with Scorpion Sky. You decided to go this trash route. So after we get through with that segment, we got Smart Mark Sterling in the back and said, "Since you decided to rip up my lawsuit, I got two things that you can do. You can either go to court with me or face 20 security guards in an elimination match next week on Dynamite." Well, obviously, that's what Wardlow's going to do. Wardlow's basically going to beat the snot out of 20 security guards. So these 29 wrestling clowns are finna get jumped next week. So that was a somewhat decent segment, but like I said, I just feel bad for Scorpion Sky because his title run has basically been a complete joke. Wardlow pretty much said it. He said it. He said that title used to be presented with prestige. Now it's a joke. It's a joke title. It really is. And then what Tony Khan decided to do? Let me go make another championship because the TNT title was a joke. No, that's not what you do. That's not what you do, dude. That's not what you do. Backstage, we get the Young Bucks bragging about why they the best. Last week, they had an outstanding week. They sure did. Dominating everybody who they got in the ring with. They say, now, we deserve to be, since we pinned Jungle Boy, we deserve to be the AEW Tag Team Champs. Knock on the door, Brandon Cutler cutting. He's like, man, wait a minute. I know you didn't let these clowns in. Here come Jeff and Matt. They come in and say, well, since we defeated you guys at Double or Nothing, we deserve to be Tag Team Champs too. So they run around, and then here come Christian, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. Christian is basically getting ready to turn heel, ladies and gentlemen. He pretty much said, yeah, Jungle Boy was a punk last week. He pretty much lost the match last week. But since you think you both deserve a championship match, how about next week we have ourselves a triple threat? Hey, and Matt and Jeff, how about we do it based on what made us great in the beginning, what we used to do back when we used to run wild in the WWE. We're going to have a triple threat for the AEW Tag Team titles. Now, I'm sitting up and saying to myself, TLC, come on, TLC. It's sit right there. Give us a TLC match. Give us a TLC match. Give it to us. Them clowns said, no, we're just going to do a regular ladder match. I said, oh, man. TLC match was sitting right at the table, man. You could have gave us a TLC match for next week, and I would have been here for it. I said, let's go. Let's freaking go. They said, no, we just going to do a regular old garbage ladder match. It's probably still going to be good, but I would prefer the TLC. That's just my take. So, now, is Jurassic Express finna lose these titles? And are we going to put it on Matt and Jeff? I don't think Matt and Jeff need to be winning right now. I personally, because Jeff's hurt. Jeff is banged up. I don't want to see a banged up Jeff Hardy trying to run around with these tag teams. Look, you already got CM Punk out. You already got that man out. You don't need Jeff already banged up. So if this means the Young Bucks is about to become a third time does that be the third time or second time? I lost count of the time. If this means the Young Bucks finna win them tag team titles back, so be it, I guess. It is what it is. So, but Christian was telling you, he kind of told you what's about to transpire next week. Then we get to this matchup. So, sitting ringside was the offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs. They kind of got little cheers or whatever. Miss Marina Shafir came out to absolutely no sound, no nothing. And that's not good. You got to at least, if you playing the heel role, you got to at least come out to a booze or something. She didn't get nothing. And that's on Tony Khan. That's on Tony Khan, man. But then when Rosa came out, she came out looking like Miss Kill Bill, Mrs. Uma Thurman. Came out looking like her again. Thunder did everything in her power to make Marina look good. Marina, listen, Thunder look fine. It's not, like I said, Thunder's great. Thunder is great at what she does. It's who she was in the ring with. And I'm sorry, Miss Marina, she just needs to go back to the drawing board. She's green as grass. I don't like to use that terminology, but she needs a lot of work. She needs a lot of work, and that's just not it. And this is your main women's title picture, and this is what you present to us, Tony Khan. This is what you do. This is how you feel about it. And I heard last week Thunder Rosa kind of was upset. She was frustrated. You look at that's Tony Khan. You got to figure this out, man. I told you, if you need to give yourself a team to help you with the creative, so be it, man. Quit trying to do everything in your own power because it's not going to work. It's not going to work, man. It's not. You out here acting like, I'm telling you, he on ego trip maniac just like that clown in Connecticut. That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. It's not good. It's not good, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just telling you right now. It's just not. So, Rosa ends up winning. She does a finisher, rolls her up, 1, 2, 3 match over. So then after the match, Marini tried to get her heel on by basically beating the snot out of her. So as she's beating her brakes off for the fans going crazy, Toni Storm come running out there, and so then people was like, how the heck did Marini Shafir get a title shot before Toni Storm? I said, I agree. So she come out there, she helps her out, then she goes and she lifts up the title, and I'm sitting up saying to myself, I don't want Toni turning heel right now. I don't. I'm actually getting used to babyface Toni Storm, and I like babyface Toni Storm. I don't want to go in heel. I do not. I'm like, Toni, do not turn her heel. I don't want to go in heel right now. If she's going to be the one to go against her, fine. Just don't turn her heel. Let it just be babyface versus babyface. I don't want Toni going heel. I know the matchup going to be fire. Trust me, because Toni's great. I know because she can wrestle her tail off. I do not want her going heel. That's my biggest pet peeve. Certain people should be babyface because it's working. Don't just turn them heel because you just had to. No. So she comes, she lifts up the championship. Thunder snatches it from her. She looks at her. She smirks and all this stuff. And so obviously that's the next matchup. That's where we're going right now. So now we get to the main event. William Regal's out there on commentary. Moxley comes out. Kyle O'Reilly comes out. Now they had cut a promo backstage earlier, and Kyle O'Reilly was talking. Bobby Fish was right there. Adam Cole was right there. William Regal came up. And it was funny as heck how they was standing there. And it reminded me of old school NXT vibes. I thought about it, how William Regal, they used to drive William Regal insane. And now William Regal is out there talking crap to them. I say, you know what? I like that. I like the fact that we paying homage to where these clowns originally came from. William Regal even brought it up. He said, we used to cross paths with each other from our old stomping grounds. He's absolutely correct. You know, so these two go out here, and this was a very good match. Very good. Listen, chemistry is always the key. You want a good match, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Outside of the women's match, all the matches to me on the show was not really bad matches. The AEW wrestling-wise was a good, if you just want to go based on the wrestling, fine. But it's all about getting people to care about your product. It's about getting cats to be invested. If we ain't invested, man, we're not going to give a rat's behind about what you're trying to tell us. You're just not. I told you, man, I enjoy AEW all the time. But when they present stupid stuff and this is how they present it and this is what they do, it's not going to work, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. It is not, man. But like I said, these clowns, they went out there, they tore each other up, they beat the snot out of each other. Moxley getting busted open in the mouth like he always, he can't help himself. And he ends up doing a paradigm shift. He lays O'Reilly out, and it is official. We're going to be getting Moxley versus whoever at Forbidden Door. So that's how Dynamite go off. So like I said, for me, Dynamite was a very lackluster mid show. Wrestling wise, it was a good wrestling show. I'm not taking away from the match. See, this is how people go. They go based on how I judge a wrestling show. I'm not judging the wrestling show just based on what I see in the ring. I want a all around good production. Get me to care about what's going on next week. Get me to care what's going on further. That's the name of the game. You know, how the heck I forgot? Because my man didn't even mention it. We got a promo from the baddie section. Jay called out Athena. And obviously next, I think on Rampage, I think we getting Red versus Athena, I think. No. We getting Red versus Chris. Red versus Chris. Big Stoke talked and said that she going to take you out. And just like Keith Sweat, ain't nobody going to beat Red and all this crazy stuff. And then Jay said, Tony, cut the poop. Right to the point. Boom. Like I said, that's the most important. That title is the most important women's title in AEW. The fact that Thunder Rosa is the better wrestler between her and Jade, I take Jade's title as a more important title than the AEW Women's Championship. That's come on, Tony Khan. You have to present both titles as if they matter. The TBS title can't be the only women's title that matters. You got to put forth an effort with Thunder Rosa as well. Come on now. And then this new championship, this Atlantic championship, we don't need the bull crap. That's some bull crap. That's some bull jive. We don't need that. Your behind decided to get a hold of some bad coke and decide to snort it and think that that's great. No, sir, that's not what you do. The trios titles was sitting right there, and you go and do that bull jive. You go and do this foolishness, man. Get the heck out of here with this crap. Get out of here, man. Listen, Tony Khan, man, dude. Man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's like, dog, I see the show, I watch it, and I'm like, dog, man, this ain't good. This is not how I want my shows to be. I'm telling you, Tony Khan is on. Listen, he is. You give your enemies MO when you present stuff like how you present it, Tony. You give people who genuinely want your product to die MO. They come on here, they take shot after shot. They all over social media. They just hate on your product. They don't even really have a genuine reason to hate on your product. But when you continue to do stuff like how you do, and then you think we gonna come on here and act like everything is all good. No, because some of us are real when it's concerning AEW. Some of us keep it a buck when it comes to AEW. We don't sit up here and we don't shield for this company. I love AEW. I'm glad AEW is a thing. I wouldn't be watching wrestling if it wasn't for AEW. That's just my personal perspective. Like I said, people can kick rocks, you can move on. But Tony Khan, bro, we cannot fall prey to how Vince and them do things. We just can't, man. Quit creating crap that shouldn't even be created. That Atlantic bull crap, the title look good. I seen the title, look nice. But creating stuff that shouldn't even be needed, that's not what we need. We needed those doggone trios titles. That's what we needed. That's what was sitting right there. The foundation for the trios championships was sitting right freaking there. And you go this route? No, sir. That's a bad sign. That's not good. Now, I'm pretty sure that this Fatal 4-Way match at the Forbidden Door going to be off the chain. It's going to be great. But I don't need that. That's an access title that we don't look, the 10, look here. Look here, for God's sake, bro, you got the FTW championship that was sitting right there that you could present the FTW championship as a other lower mid card title. You could have used that title and used that. No, you said let me go ahead and make another title because the TNT championship right now is a complete joke. So let me go ahead and make another championship for absolutely no reason. None whatsoever, man. I'm serious, dog. I'm very serious. Like I said, I don't want to lose subscribers. I want to grow this channel, but like I said, my channel is for people who really want to hear the authentic when it's concerning AEW. Because we're not going to shield for this company. I enjoy AEW. I always tell you every time. But we're not going to shield for this company over here. I'm not. When Tony Khan does bull jive, I'm going to tell you he's doing bull jive. When he's doing excellent, I will tell you he's doing excellent. Last week, excellent. This week, we're back to lackluster programming. This is not what we need. I told you, this clown is... I give him 1 out of a month. One every 3 months, he can have a lackluster... No, 2. This fool said, I'm going to give you a lackluster episode. But I'm like, no, dude, no. That's not what that's not how you grow this channel. This is not how you grow this product. This is how you get people to turn the TV off and say, you know what, I ain't watching this bull jive no more. If I wanted to watch stupidity, I'd go watch WWE. Because I heard that they killed Edge group. They kicked Edge out the group because Edge didn't want to go with some supernatural thing or something like that. So they just created the Judgment Day, and next thing you know, he got kicked out and Finn Balor's running the group. Huh? You just turned Edge heel and now you're babyface again. It just make sense. See, and that's what I said. We're trying to make sense of this new championship that's really uncalled for. You don't need to do it. You didn't need to create it. You had the trios championships sitting right at your cusp, and you go and you do this bull jive. Nah, man, I'm not accepting this. I ain't accepting this foolishness. I'm not. I told you, man, I'm not here to accept foolishness when it's concerning AEW. I hold them to the highest regards. You calling yourself a good promoter, you got to produce as if you are a good promoter. Don't be sitting up here doing this lackluster bull jive and think we're going to accept it and act like everything is great. No, sir. I done went on the belly aching a little bit too long. Fools gonna be like, man, you coming up here early in the morning. Yeah, because like I said, I was last night. Man, look, I saw the show. I was watching the game. Boston up 2-1 right now. And I was like, look here, man, I'm wore out. I'm tired. I do a quick review early in the morning. No intro. Like I said, I'm just gonna upload this to YouTube. Listen, if I made you upset, if you think this episode was excellent and you think I'm on some bull jive, you think I'm tripping, you hit the comment section up and you tell me why I'm tripping. Or if you are in 1,000% agreement with me that Tony Khan needs to get off his quit snorting that cocaine that he's snorting and get some help when it's concerning booking this show, hit the comment section up and tell me exactly why you in agreement with me. This your boy Casefell, King Self for Life Wrestling It Takes. I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.